Sunday, and it is technically the third sea day. You may recall, it's probably in the same blog anyway, so you'll have seen. But yesterday we went into La Corona because of a medical emergency for a member of the crew. Well, sadly, the captain informed us last night that the crew member unfortunately died. So, bit of a sad thing. So now we are going to get into Tenerife a day later than normal. How it's going to all work out, we don't know yet. You know, are we going to just nip into Tenerife, get on a few supplies and nip out again? Or are we going to spend the day there and lose one of the Caribbean islands? So that's we don't know yet. He said he would let us know closer, but it's now going to be another 2 days before we reach Tenerife. So yeah, so sad news, isn't it? Sad news. Poor person. Don't know whether it was a man or a woman. We don't know what happened. The captain said, please do not speculate on social media. But one whisper I heard from a couple of passengers talking, they reckon he was a maintenance man and he were doing something with one of the lifts. But anyway, we don't know for certain because nothing's been said. Likewise, the passenger that was taken off the day before, we've no idea what happened to that person. But sad, innit, when you go to work and you don't go home again. Anyway, I've come up to the buffet and get me porridge. I always like to start my day with porridge. So, yes, I'll leave you folks on that sad note, and I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right, you can see I went and got a bit of breakfast. Slice of bacon, hash brown, a bit of scrambled fried egg, orange juice and coffee. For some reason it doesn't look very nice on camera. Right folks, here we are up in the crow's nest as usual. I didn't bother bringing a cup of coffee up with me. Take my hat off, it's a bit warm. I didn't bother bringing a cup of coffee up with me, as I said. Breakfast. Porridge were lovely. Scrambled egg were not brilliant. Not bad, but not brilliant. Fried egg was the yolk was hard. I picked the wrong one. My fault, because you help yourself. And I picked a hard one rather than a soft one. But it was okay. Yeah, nice enough, wasn't it? Bacon was a bit too well done, you know. It's neither well done nor underdone. So in between sort of thing. I didn't bother with sausage because I knew I wouldn't like it, so I didn't get it. Mushrooms, okay. I don't go off mushrooms, to be honest. I used to love them, but now I've started to go off them. Don't know why, but I have started to go off them. And then, of course, it's fresh tomato. I prefer tin tomatoes, so I didn't bother. As you saw, hash brown was all crisp. There's virtually no potato in it. Cheap hash browns, you see. This is what it is, cheap hash browns. You can see that the bacon's cheap bacon because of the white foam that appears on them. And as I say, I don't know where they get that sausage from. That's about it. That was it for that breakfast. say coffee was quite nice. Orange was nice, fresh orange, proper fresh orange. You could taste it with good fresh orange. Unlike if you go down to Buffett, mind, I don't know if they still do it, if it's still the same, but if you go down to a restaurant, the last time I went in a restaurant for breakfast, no, the time before I went down, and I got fresh, what I thought were fresh orange, and it weren't, it were orange cordial. So the last time I went down to the buffet, I keep saying buffet, to the restaurant for my breakfast, I got tomato juice. You know, proper tomato juice. Quite nice, actually, tomato juice, yeah. Yes, I'm going to just chill now. Bright sun out there. As we head south. And we don't know what's going to happen. There's another small ship out there. Oh, it's a tanker. It looks tiny from up here. It does. But a little tanker, yeah. Looks tiny from up here. So it's a bit uncertain what's going to happen. As I said, when we get to Tenerife. Is it in, out, or is it a full day? If it's a full day, then we're going to lose one of the, what they call it, ports. Because people have got flights. I mean, some of the passengers on here, yeah. Some of the passengers on here are on 15 nights. And so they have got a whole day and night in Barbados when we dock. But a lot of people, like myself, are straight off at ship and on to, what we're going to say, on to a flight back to England. So that's what I say. You cannot get into Barbados late. So if he does a full day in Tenerife, then he's gonna have to skip one of them islands to catch up. Unless he's gonna cross the Atlantic in 5 days instead of 6. Who knows? I mean, is it possible for a ship this size to get across in 5 days? Going the way we go. I mean, the old ocean liners, but they went from Southampton to New York, you see. It's a direct route, and they did it in 5 days. I think that record might have been 5 days. Yeah. So, we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right, guys, I'm back down in the cabin, chilling till lunchtime. But in the meantime, I've been down to the shops, got Adele a charm, and for the first time, they actually had one of the ones that Adele sent me pictures of that she would like. So I've actually got one of the ones that she wanted this time round. Say no more, because it's a Christmas present and a surprise. So this might have gone out before Christmas, so we'll say no more. Yes, so as I say, we're just chilling. We're going to have a little relaxation. It's posh night tonight, but I'm going to give it a miss this time. I'm going to do posh night next week. I mean, I am going to do it because I brought the jacket, the trousers, the white shirt, and the dicky bows, and the shoes. So I'll be using them because there's a bit of weight between them. So not got it wasted. Anyway, that's it for now, folks. I'll probably speak to you again when I go for lunch. So it's bye for now. Right, folks. Captain's been on, and he's confirmed that we will be arriving in Tenerife a day late. And we will then cross the Atlantic, but we will be doing it in 5 days instead of 6. So we will arrive at St. Martin bang on schedule. They're going to let us know this afternoon whether our tours have been cancelled or not, because some of them have been cancelled and some haven't. So we get a letter this afternoon to let us know if our tour has been cancelled. And when I get that letter, folks, I'll let you know whether I'm still going on the excursion in Tenerife or not. So yeah, so that's a little update. We're heading south. It's a bit chilly in the breeze, but sat down there in the sun, it's quite nice. Okay, so I'll speak to you later. Right folks, I popped inside and I got myself a latte, so I'm going to just sit here and chill with this latte for a little bit because it's quite hot. Yeah, so that's what sea days are like. Lots of eating, lots of drinking and chilling. Some people might say that's boring, but it's relaxing. And I know a lot of people come on a cruise to relax, and the more sea days you get, the more chance you get to relax, although a lot of the venues do tend to get packed, for want of a better word, but they get busy. But yeah, there's always plenty of places to go. If you're prepared to spend half an hour hunting, but yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? It's all about what cruising's all about. Go to bed in the night and wake up somewhere completely different. So anyway, bye for now. Right folks, I've got, or I should say I've come up to the buffet to sample afternoon tea. I haven't bothered with scone and all that business. But I've got myself a crab and roast beef and coleslaw, and I've got myself a lemon meringue eclair and a cup of milk. So there you go folks. Right folks, I've come up to the buffet. I've got 2 chicken legs, I've got a few fries, and I've got a shepherd's pie. Yes, because over half the buffet has been put aside for chef's table. So we're obviously popular, because when I looked at it, we're fully booked. And you've just got this little bit at the back. And if I'd have known, I could have come straight up from after where I am. But I thought, we'll go into buffet. So I went down and I got my free drink. He wanted to palm me off with elderflower wine. And I says, no. The barman says, well, are you wanting Pepsi? And I said, yeah. So he gave me a Pepsi. I'll just show you. As you can see, just put it in a straight glass, not the normal glass. So I didn't get a regular Pepsi. I got a sort of slim down version because it was free. Anyway guys, I'm going to tuck into this and I'll let you know what it was like. Oh, by the way, that tea, the afternoon tea, the crab bun, don't know what it was, but it's damn well one crab, not fresh crab anyway. The beef with the coleslaw, that was nice, I was okay with that. And so was the cake. Okay, so bye for now. Right folks, it's bedlam out there. The changing shows and all sorts of things. I have no idea what shows they're on and what shows they're not on. My excursion has been shifted from 12:15 back to 10 o'clock. So that'll be fun. So yeah, and everybody's out there in the best bib and tucker. There's very few people out there that are not dolled up to 9. So I thought I'll come back to the cabin and make a night of it. Just watch a bit of telly and what have you. Yeah. So I'm still fighting this damn cold, and it's now been 14 days. Fingers crossed it clears it next couple of days. It did say it can linger a bit further than 2 weeks, but we'll see. So God. So as I'm always saying, it's good night from me, and it's good night from him, and we'll see you all tomorrow for yet another sea day. Bye for now. Good morning, everybody. Today's Tuesday. The first Tuesday in the holiday. And yeah, we should have been in Tenerife today, but obviously because of all the medical emergencies and detours and everything, we're now not due there till tomorrow. So we've come up to the buffet. We've got porridge. We'll have that. And then I'll go down to the quays to get me omelettes. So, bye for now. Well, good morning again, folks. As you can see, I've come down to the quays and I've got my favourite two cheese and tomato omelettes and a pot of coffee. Yeah, it's straightforward. You just get into the lift on 16th floor and you pop down to 8th floor. You know, because I'm at the back of the ship, so it makes it really easy for me. When I've eaten these, of course, I'll then wander right up to the front and go up to Crow's Nest to chill out. So I'll tuck into these and I'll speak to you again when I'm up in the Crow's Nest. So bye for now. Well, folks, as you can see, I'm up here in the Crow's Nest. You can see it looks a bit bleak out there this morning. Yeah, the old air down there, Ben. Yes, it's an interesting day out there. It's as I say, it's quite bleak. And to say that we're off the coast of Spain, I believe, or that way. He said that, Captain, that is, that we should be, I think about mid-morning, we'll be passing Madeira, but you won't see it because it's over the horizon. But we will be passing down past Madeira, you know. He didn't know what time we were going to be due into Tenerife tomorrow. But obviously it's going to be early enough because they've transferred my excursion from 12:15 on Tuesday today to 10 a.m. tomorrow. So obviously they've got to be in port at least a couple of hours before excursions start. So I would imagine that we're due to be tied up and everything by 8 o'clock. But we'll wait and see what happens. I've set a new record for me. I bumped into 3 different people, sets of people who I've met twice. I had to think them for a minute. Memory's going, you know, at times. Don't know if you guys out there experience. I get up, I go into the kitchen, and then I forgot what I've gone into the kitchen for. Looking around thinking, what have I come in here for? I know I've come in for something. And then something will catch my eye and think, oh, that's what I've come in for. Yeah, so it gets me annoyed at times, you know. It does. When I forget things I shouldn't do, but it does. It annoys me slightly. I get a little bit angry with myself when I forget things. I'm sure there's a few people out there in the same boat. Anyway, any thoughts on the matter? Feel free to comment. Make it polite though. Yeah. Is anybody out there watching who had already subscribed? Please do so. Helps the channel grow. We're still trying to get to that magic total for me of 500. And the last time I checked, we were 490. Because of course no internet or anything, so I can't check me YouTube channel to see if I've got any more subscribers since I posted that first episode of the Morella Cruise. Yeah, so, you know, but of course by now I will know. Because by the time you're seeing this, it's probably mid-December maybe. Anyway, there we go, folks. So I'm just going to chill now, like I normally do, for a couple of hours. Give cabin steward a chance to do up my cabin. There's a problem with an inside cabin. You never know whether it's day or night. I mean, there's enough light in cabin. You know, there's little lights on floor, and in my cabin I've got them blue lights where behind those little spotlights for sofa bed and pull down thing. But I miss sort of laid on my bed in daylight. Anyway, clocks went backwards again last night. So we got another hour in bed this morning. We just made up for an hour we lost. That's third time change I've suffered. Because when we got on ship, Saturday, clocks went back an hour, Greenwich Mean Time. Then on Monday, when we did that detour to La Corona, the clocks went forward an hour to be on Spanish time. And then last night they went back again because Tenerife's on UK time. So there, and then of course as we cross the Atlantic, the clocks will go back an hour 4 times as we cross the Atlantic. And as there's only 5 days, sea days, 4 of them we'll get an extra hour in bed. Looking forward to that. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later, folks. Bye for now. Right, folks, a couple of hours later, I've come down to Brody's. I normally don't come in Brody's, but this time I thought I would. And I've ordered myself a latte. We sat here in Brody's, and just in that direction is the casino. With slot machines going away, and yeah, so that's it. So we come, as I say, got myself a latte. I never go in casino. It's a mugs game, is gambling, and I avoid it. Only gamble I'll have is each year I'll put a little flutter on Grand National, and that's about it. You know, so yeah. Occasionally, the only other thing is lottery. Yeah, I do lottery. Well, I say I do Thunderball, which is slightly different. But that's about it for me for gambling. So when I was younger, I used to go in bookies every day with my mate. You know, granted it did pay off once, but that's because we got a tip from someone who was in the know, who knew what was going on. And me and my mate, we put £5 on an horse called Proper Charlie, and we took a price of 500 to 1. And it came in. So, yeah, a bit of a fix had been going on in that thing. But where we're talking back in 1969, you know, when things were totally different. But yeah, use that money to go to Woodstock. Me and my mate Derek Milliken. Yeah. I think he might be dead now, poor lad. Last time I saw him, he got Parkinson's or something like that. That's 20 odd years ago. So I would imagine poor Derek's long gone. A lot of the lads from that era have gone now. Only one who I know, who I see regularly, is my mate Alan. We've known each other since 1965. We've known each other since 65. So that's 60 years. We've known each other for 60 years. And we've been friends for about 58. Yeah, 58 years. And we've known each other since, as I said, since 1965. And we've become friends in 68, in about 68. But it could have been 67, I'm not 100% certain. Yeah. So it's either 57 years. Yeah, 57 years. Or 58. It looks to be really good at maths as well. Right, so it's 60. From 65, it's 60 years. Less 2, so it's 58 or 57. That's it. We've been friends for either 58 or 57. If it was 67, that's 58 years, and if it was 68, then it's 57 years. Yeah. Yes, we got there in the end. Yeah, we've been friends a long, long time, and we still see each other. He still comes round for dinner and whatever. Make him a bit of scram. Usually give him a few bits out of cupboard. Stop them building up too much, because I do Iceland shops, you see. And I end up, what I actually want, is costing about 26 quid, something like that. But to get free delivery, you've got to spend £40. Or a guaranteed next day free delivery, it's £40. If you want free delivery, it's £35. And so I top it up with tins of this and tins of that. And because I'm not as patient as I used to be. I want it next day. So of course, I'm not going to spend £6 or £7 on delivery charge. So I top it up to 40 quid. And so you look in my cupboards and I've got more stock than some shops have. But I use it. I've started to use, stuff in freezer and fridge stuff, that always gets used. Tin stuff lasts for years. There's no matter. And I end up giving a lot of it to my daughter. And I'm sure there's lots of people out there do the same thing. Build up the cupboard with tins of this. So yeah, so there you go, folks. I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Well, folks, here we are, a couple of hours later, and we're in 6th Street Diner, and I've ordered some buffalo wings and shrimp salad with a double portion of shrimp. So I'll get back to you and show it when it arrives. Bye for now. Right, folks, I forgot to film it. But mind you, people sat next to me as well. The buffalo wings were really good. Weren't as big as last time, but they're still really nice. You had two average size ones and 3 small ones. But as I say, they weren't as big as last time, but they were nice. I wish I'd have got a double portion of them, to be honest. The shrimp, they call it shrimp, we call it prawns, caught me out because it was a lot spicier than I was expecting. I got it in a salad. I ordered the shrimp salad with double portion of shrimp. And then when I looked at the menu, when he brought it back for pudding, it said Cajun. So obviously they were spicy. A bit spicy, but it was spicy. Hope I don't suffer for that. But you never know. Anyway, I've now ordered a strawberry shortcake, and hopefully I'll actually remember to give it a shot of that. But yeah, so the prawns were still nice. Obviously, although a little bit spicy. Salad a load of rubbish, to be honest. There were all sorts of lettuce. You know, it wasn't the traditional English salad. I think that's what I'd have to call it, an English salad, with the iceberg lettuce and the tomatoes and the cucumbers. Yeah, so that's what I'd call a salad. Well, when I make a salad at home, I make iceberg lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes, and then I add boiled eggs, and I stick a couple of potatoes on it as well. That's my salad at home. Then plus whatever it's going to be, you know, ham, beef or whatever it's chicken or whatever it is. But there you go. So I'd have to call that an English salad. Anyway, I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right folks, here it is. We've got ice cream, and I think that's a shortcake. But I don't see any strawberries. It said there were strawberries in it, but there isn't. Anyway, and it says there were meringue in it as well, and I don't see any meringue. Yeah, it said there were strawberries in it, it said there were meringue in it, and then neither of them are in it. There you go, cutbacks. Alright folks, a few hours later, and we've got some ketsu chicken, no idea what it is, some potato croquettes, and Singapore noodles. And we're in the buffet, so I'm going to tuck into these and I'll let you know what they were like. Right folks, chicken was okay, but it was a bit dry. Singapore noodles were nice, except they were a little bit cold. Potato croquettes were fine. Croquettes are croquettes, lovely. Anyway, I've gone back to the buffet. I got ice cream on for a change. First time I've known them to put it on, but there you go. Got myself a couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream. Right folks, I've come to the show. Tucker, it's a comedian, so you won't be able to record any of it, so yeah, so I'll talk to you, I'll let you know what it was about, how good it was, etc, etc. After it's finished, due to start in a couple of minutes time, so walk straight in, nobody asking me for my cabin number or anything, so, and it's half empty anyway, so this is what I was saying, they moved a lot of stuff around because at the 24-hour delay getting into Tenerife. Yeah, so there you go. Speak to you later. Oh, by the way, the ice cream was very nice. I just thought I'd mention that. Yeah, it was really tasty. And as I said, it's unusual for them. Very unusual to get ice cream up in the buffet.
Please welcome to the
There
stage
you go.
Entertainment Manager Andy.
You see, yes, I love you, and I think
Right, folks, I did manage to catch a little bit of the end of that guy's show, Tucker. It was funny at times. What else is there to say? Well, some of his jokes, of course, were ancient. I mean, especially the one about Robin Hood, laid in his bed, dying. Asked Little John to give him his bow, and he says, wherever this arrow lands, that's where I'm to be buried. And he fired his arrow, and they buried him on top of wardrobe. Ancient joke. But, yeah, it's funny. And told the one about... I thought he was going to tell the one about a chap who said he wasn't getting enough satisfaction from sex. And it wasn't that one at all. So it was a different one altogether. So I won't tell it because there might be a few, people under 18 watching the blog. So I won't tell the joke. Yeah, so that was that. As I said, 2 or 3 jokes. It were always going in about his wife and whatever. And a couple of the jokes he did tell, the comedian that was on the Morella Voyager on the last cruise told the same jokes. So one about his spinning his partner around, and he didn't understand why she was getting taller. And she says, you're unscrewing my false leg. So, yeah. So the both comedians told that joke. And there was another one that they both told. I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, so, and as I say, a few of his jokes were a bit old. But it was funny all the same, a bit of a laugh. Of course, he had to go at several members of the audience, as they always do. That's why I stayed fairly well back. If you're sitting there, first couple of rows, they tend to get you. Especially if you don't look right, look out of place. I mean, me with this shirt on, it definitely picked on me. But a couple were talking about anniversaries, and one couple were having an anniversary. And of course, he used that, and he played on that, and he sort of brought that into his show, that sort of thing. He was talking about his own marriage of 18 years and whatever. Yeah, so fairly funny. I enjoyed it. And as I say, I did a little bit of singing, and I just copped the end to show you guys, give you an idea. I then went down, or I should say up, because we were on deck 7. I went up and got a cup of milk. Oh, nice. But of course, it's rammed. I went in Brody's. I went in the clubhouse. I even went into where Cow and Keel is, and there wasn't a seat to be had. So I decided to come back to my cabin, and I'm going to watch a film. I'm not so much up really early, no earlier than normal, I suppose. But we've got this excursion tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock. So, yes, so I will see you all in the morning. I'll probably go up and get some porridge. If I don't bother filming, going up, getting up for porridge and everything, I'll probably see you all on the coach as we go off on this excursion at 10 o'clock. It's going to be a good one. We're going to out into the mountains, and we're going on cable car. So, yeah, it's a 5.5 hour... 5.5 hour tour. But I think takes them quite some time to get out there. So, a couple of hours of that might be going out to site and coming back to site. Anyway, we'll see what it's like, see how it goes. And then tomorrow night we set off for the Caribbean. And he's going to do it in 5. Well, he's got to do it in 5 nights instead of 6. So, as you say, we just took a leisurely cruise with it 6 nights, but I'm just wondering how much choppy it'll become as we try to get over there in 5 nights. So yeah, not that it don't bother me, because so far, touch wood. That's well, you can't see it, but that's that bit there. Touch wood. I seem all right with the seasickness thing. So, as I'm always saying, it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Bye.